Hey guys, I believe we're live. Hope you can all hear us. Uncle Loz and Auntie Liz here for the World's Strongest Man final. We are excited. I just want to say a quick thank you for all the incredible support you guys have given both myself and Liz over this last week. It's been incredible. Thank you for joining us for all the videos, the comments. We have been blown away really by the sport. It's been amazing, isn't it?
It's just so nice that there are so many people obviously passionate about strongman as we are.
Well, 20 years I've put into this sport, and it's
showing your age.
But it's great to see that it's just grown in that time. I've done so many strongman shows just in a car park and in front of no one. So to see the huge interest in a sport that I love is awesome.
This is an interesting outfit choice today. I don't know if you can all see, but he is wearing his spicy top today, even though you predicted Brian for first.
Well, my predictions are all about going with my head, but you got to go with your heart as well. And I've got to show the support for the boys. They are awesome boys, both performing really well. Tom, I don't want to say it, but Tom, with this set of events, he's going to be hard to beat.
Lovely set of events.
And Luke has just looked incredible. His performance in the heats really, really impressed me. Extremely consistent in a ridiculously tough group.
Yeah.
Look at all these spicy chilies that are being posted.
Lots of Strongman fans on. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, it's Bronco Chopped. You start to recognize names. It's weird. The medley is quite light. 440 yoke into 350 kilo frame. 350 kilo deadlift for reps. This changes things big time. Tom should win handily now. Do you agree?
I don't think it's particularly light. Let's look at it's lighter than the frame in the heats.
Yeah.
Looking at the results from the heats, it's probably the right decision. So many guys were just struggling big time with it. And World's Strongest Man do this sometimes. I don't think 450 is light. Every yoke is different, and that's something that's kind of hard to understand sometimes as someone just watching. All the implements the guys use in different competitions are so very different. So it's going to be interesting. But yeah, it is lighter than the heats. The fact that it's different, I don't know that it works in his favor or not. Tom's good at moving events anyway, whether they're heavy or light. So I think that doesn't change too much. It may help some of the guys with slightly weaker grips.
Okay.
In certain groups, or some of the guys that struggled maybe in the group, someone like JF might do a bit better.
Even though JF has that
not his grip, but like
Canadian grip.
Yeah,
it's different types of grip strength, though, isn't it?
It's not even grip strength; it's the strength kind of involved in the movement as well.
Yeah, Disco Stew, thank you. As Jerry said, he's been suffering from a few injuries over the past. Hold on, you've disappeared. Over the past few months, do you think he should have stepped aside like Hicksy to let someone else in? Would the insurers be getting twitchy? Well, he didn't end up. Wow. Oh, right. Okay. So should he not have even tried, like in the groups?
It's a real hard one. You work your ass off to get to World's Strongest Man.
Yeah.
You kind of want to be there. I respect Graham for stepping aside and letting a fitter athlete come in and take his position. But every athlete's different, and I know how much it means to all these guys. They get to World's Strongest Man, they want to compete, they want to win, they want to try, even if they know they're not at their best. So
Jerry's got that real do or die attitude as well.
And some people love him for that, and some people dislike it. I think early me, I would have just kept trying and trying and trying. Whereas as I've got older, I'm probably a bit smarter than I used to be, and I've got to kind of think there's always another day. But yeah, it's a difficult one.
Dustin, hello, Auntie and Uncle. Thank you, Dustin. Hello to you too. I hope you're looking forward to the final.
Lots of spicy chili support on there.
Jimber, keep up the love for the sport and the content. We all love, big love the gym.
Thank you,
thank
Jimber.
You. We love it too. This is why we do it.
The community of it's just incredible, isn't it?
Oh,
how many people?
Strongman's got the best fans. There's always a couple of bad eggs. Not you guys, obviously.
What are you saying, Elizabeth?
No, Strongman is one of the most
It's a real. Yeah, I think both athletes and as fans.
I agree.
It's quite a friendly sport.
Oh look, the Mario Warrior Rongo King. Thank you.
Thank you, Rongo. We miss you, buddy. We want to see you back at World's Strongest Man.
Definitely. Just had a baby as well, so congratulations. Bless him. Neil, absolutely love the content. Fantastic insight into the sport we all love. Cheers, guys. Come on, Tom and Luke.
Thank you very much, Neil.
Thank you, Neil.
So who's everyone picking? Who are you guys picking to win? I don't know if you guys watched mine and Liz's predictions.
Bit of controversy there. Do you know what? People think I hate Brian now because I put him in third.
You hate Brian.
I don't hate Brian. love Brian. I think Brian is one of the best advocates the sport, if not the best advocate the sport has ever had. And I hugely respect him, both as a person, a businessman, and an athlete. I love Brian. I'm going to have an I Heart Brian poster in the video that we do tonight.
You can't do that. You heart Mark Felix. That's it.
Well, I do, but Mark's not in the final, so he'll understand. Oh, where are we gone? Richie, where are you, Richie? There we go. Stay strong and stay spicy. Indeed. But hopefully they've laid off the chilies because, you know.
We don't want too much. So hot out there as well. So.
Yeah. Ken, thank you very much. There we go. I think I'm up together.
Awesome. So we did our,
laser focus.
We did our predictions and we both had the top, or the same top 5, just in a different order.
Yeah. It's hard though, because I watched that video back and I was like, it's just so hard. I think this is one of the hardest years, and I think it's because the depth of talent is so good from top to bottom.
When you look at the list of athletes that we have, it is absolutely insane. The talent. I mean, the talent in strongman right now. I said this before World's Strongest Man started. When you look, there's probably 75 to 100 guys that are all good enough to be at World's Strongest Man. So just to be there, you know, these guys
in that top 10 is they're very impressive athletes. Simon, thank you, Simon. Howdy, y'all. Thanks for giving us the best World's Strongest Man updates around. My money's on Tom. I think Brian will lose points on log, medley, and turntable. Interesting.
The thing that's going to come down to is what shape Brian is in terms of the log and the deadlift. Those are the events that I feel
will make or break his.
Prime Brian was a good log lifter and an excellent deadlifter.
Yeah.
He hasn't been at that high level in deadlifting for a couple of years.
We don't know how his deadlift is because he's not been posting his deadlift in training.
No, not so much. And he's not really done a big deadlift in a competition for a long time. But if you go back to when Brian was winning World's Strongest Man, he was beating the likes of Zadrunas. He was beating the likes of Eddie Hall. You know, he was beating Thor Bjornsson, all these incredible deadlifters. And then he got a couple of injuries and his deadlifting went down. Yeah. Now, I understand that. I'm in that situation. You know, my deadlift's nowhere near as good as it used to be. And you try to get back to it, and it's just difficult. If he can get back to that level and he can place high on the deadlift, then he's got a real chance. That, for me, is the event. I think the turntable, that's an interesting one. It's hard to predict the turntable.
Yeah, wow. There was a video of Terry pushing it in flip-flops. And after he let go, it just carried on moving. So I'm hoping there's going to be a bit more resistance because otherwise
it might be one of those things that it looks easy, but it's still, you have to work hard for it. And then creating the speed as well is always going to be difficult.
Eric, Tom Stoltman will win, I hope. My hope is that big bro Luke will also make it to the podium at 3rd place.
How amazing would it be to see those two guys on the podium?
Stoltman sandwich with Brian as the meat. Although I know most people want Brian as the bread. Hold on, I'm losing myself already. Here we go. Bronco chopped. I hope I'm saying that right. Adam should tip 5 now. He is
top 5.
The top 5. Yeah, he is insane at 350 for reps. Very good. Very fast.
I think 350 for reps for Adam is very, very good. I think Adam, JF Caron, and Bobby Thompson will be top 3 on the deadlift. I can't say in which order, but all 3 of them incredible deadlifters.
Tammy, thank you, Tammy. Love Uncle Loz and Liz. You are the best strongman announcers. Go, Brian.
Thank you so much.
Completely unofficial announcers as well. We just make our own platform.
Well, it's somewhere you guys can come and, you know, enjoy following along with us. I believe the competition's starting very, very soon.
Yeah, wow, it's due to start, but it's world, so probably in an hour or so. Elijah, American here. Bobby and Tom are in my heart, but Luke has my vote. You two are so bubbly, making my weekend. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
If I could pick the one person that I want to win, it would be Luke.
Yes. Yeah.
Just because Luke's such a good face of strongman. He's just the nicest person. He's supportive of everyone. You know, he's a great.
I've never heard him say a bad word about anyone.
No.
He supports everyone. Obviously, an amazing, you know, big brother to Tom.
Yeah.
And in his own right, an incredible strongman.
He is. I think, you know, he podiumed at Works. Came
second place.
Heidi, thank you, Heidi. I want Brian to get his 5th, but I also would love to see Tom win. I don't think there's a winner this year. Like, I can't see I would be disappointed with any of them winning because they're all great athletes.
Oh,
do you agree?
I do, yeah.
Not that I'd ever look at it and go,
I'm hoping it's just going to be a really awesome competitive show.
Yeah.
Nail biting right to the end.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Comes down to the stones, and
Brian versus Tom on the stones, the last 2 hours.
You just never know what might happen in strongman, and we can have all these predictions, but It just needs one thing to go wrong. An injury obviously can affect things.
Hopefully no injuries. Anthony, thank you. Did you change your sleep cycle for this event? The time zone difference must be difficult for the UK.
No, I must admit I had a really bad training session today because I've been tired. But 2 more nights and then we are back to normal.
It's only a week. We've got kids, so we can't really just sleep in the day. But when we've had some naps, haven't we, when they've been at nursery and school? But it's the weekend, so no naps for us right now.
I did training today and it was not bad. I did some axle, worked up 175 kilos, which is the most I've done in a long time. And then literally my energy just went. I had nothing left for the rest of the session, so I just called it. I said I'll do it next week.
I've been struggling to get up and put the kettle on. James, Brian Shaw as always. Do you know what happened to Mateus this year? Still recovering from his surgery, isn't he?
He had tricep surgery originally, and then he had complications with the tricep and had to have it reoperated on. So unfortunately, really pushed his recovery back.
Yeah.
He is back training, but just a long way from being top level at the moment. Hopefully he'll be back towards the end of the year.
Yeah. Thank you very much, SGT Spa. Lost the ability to read. Mark, thank you, Mark. Brian, all the way. Everyone making predictions based on his condition the last few years, not the condition he's turned up in the.
That's very true. It's why I've picked him this year, is because I do believe he's in great shape again, and that's so important. Is what kind of shape you in now? You can't rely on what you were like 5-6 years ago.
No. Lohit, petition to rename the channel to Loz and Liz Official. Oh.
Or we could change it to Uncle Loz and Auntie Liz.
No, it's too long. Thank you, Lohit. I don't know, man. I bet I've only just come to terms with the fact that I'm in front of the camera and not just behind it all the time. I don't know if I'm ready to be in the name. Levi, hello Levi. Of all the events this year, what would you have liked to do the most, and which do you think would be the best for TV?
I'd say in my prime, the medley is going to be an event that I could win.
Yeah.
Yoke into frame at one point, I believe I could beat anyone at. Certainly would have liked a chance to do that. I think the weight for height will be cool.
Yeah.
Seeing how high they can actually go, and I think the Titans turntable is going to be an interesting one for TV.
Alan, thank you, Alan. I don't see why they can't air the competition the same time in America and the UK. Same.
I wish, buddy. I wish.
I don't care about any Christmas tradition. I think you could do both. I think they could show it in the summer. The Strongman fans would watch it and lap it up. Then do it at Christmas, and the casual.
Well, sod that. Let's just have Strongman on TV year round.
Bloody year,
like football is, or UFC, or boxing, or whatever, every other sport.
So quick thank you to Ingolf. Thank you very much. Kevin, who is on your Mount Rushmore of Strongman?
Brian Shaw, Zadruna Savickas, Kaz, Marius Pujanovsky.
Good picks.
Oh, Jean-Paul Sigmarsson. But that's 5 then. Yeah, those 5, best of all time. Maybe Magnus Ver Magnusson. Can I have 6?
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Your mountain's starting to look a little bit cracked. Jordan, you're just greedy. If Shaw wins, does that make him the strongest ever? Strongest or best strongman? 2 different arguments. He's without question one of the best strongmen of all time. He's also one of the strongest ever as well. Yes, he is. But it's hard to compare careers, isn't it, from different eras? And also Zadrunas, he's a bugger. He's got so many bloody titles. Zadrunas has so many records and so many wins in competitions. It's hard to. I can't see anyone ever catching him up in terms of the amount of titles and competitions won. But Brian, if he wins this, what a way to go out. I think this is written in Russian, so I absolutely can't read it at all. But thank you very much for the sticker. I really appreciate it. What does that say? Literal? Literal? Yeah. Big love from Kentucky. We're your biggest fans. Oh, thank you. Also, is Trey the dark horse this year? If you can find a way to grip the frame and not drop too many points. Trey is a brilliant strongman. Trey's very impressive. Trey winning his group as well. Yeah. Let's not forget that. You know, we're all talking about Tom winning. Trey beat him in the group. Yeah. It just shows the standard of these guys. Yeah. Not one guy in this final is. You can't say someone was lucky to be in there. You know, we can argue that maybe Novikov should have been in the final, but the guys that beat him were just better in the heats. Yeah. They just edged him out with small margins. We can talk about luck in terms of what group people were put in. Yeah. But the 2 guys that placed ahead of him were They were very, very good.
Yeah.
Sean, thank you very much. Sean, scroll down a little. STGT Swell, thank you. Has anyone considered using the Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA, for a Giants Live?
Be awesome.
Love. Colin, if you are listening, Mercedes-Benz in Atlanta. We need more Giants Live around the world, I think, because it's pretty much.
I mean, if you guys have never been to a Giants Live, the shows in the UK are incredible.
They really are.
For me as an athlete, they're the ones that I want to perform in more so than World's Strongest Man, because World's Strongest Man, for the most part, is done in. It's about the TV production, and it is the best TV production. But the stadium shows, for me as a competitor, where you've got that reaction from genuine fans, and we're not talking about a few people. You know, when it's in America, you tend to get a few more there. But in a lot of the countries we've been to, it's just a fake crowd that's put around you that don't really know what we're up to. They're like, oh, look at those circus freaks.
When it's in places like Botswana or the Philippines.
So for me, I want the people that actually enjoy the sport, that follow it, that know what these athletes do and know the effort that you put in. So without question, performing in arenas is where it is for me.
Ethan, thank you, Ethan. Hi, thank you for the updates. Any predictions for the 505 deadlift attempts? I think Asko Karu. I think he's the man. I think if anyone's going to do it.
There's a couple of guys that are just looking ridiculous on the deadlift right now. I think we've got to see how their build-up goes, but could go. I didn't think it would at the start of the year, but some of the numbers that I'm seeing from people are just scary.
Just crazy. Sean, thank you, Sean. Did you see Larry? Do you see Larry Wheels competing in Worlds anytime soon?
Larry Wheels, unbelievably strong guy, very good at powerlifting, very good at certain lifts. Not a great strongman, and that's not being disrespectful to Larry. He's just not that good at the moving events. He's not that good at the athletic type events, and I believe his frame is too small for to have a career in strongman. He's already getting quite a lot of injuries just in training.
The smaller guys always do, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, look at freaks of nature like Kiliashkovsky. That guy's 27 years old. He's had surgery after surgery, unbelievable power, and he's falling apart. And he's stronger than Larry. Yeah, and particularly at the strongman type events.
Definitely.
And that's the thing is, when I talk about events, you know, Larry's a great bench presser. He's a great squatter. He's a great log lifter.
Becoming a great arm wrestler.
But then you've got other events where he's just not that good at. And, you know, I'm not talking about off slightly. He's way off the top.
Off the top level,
So it would be very difficult for him to compete at Worlds.
Stuart, can you see Harry Stoltman getting to the level his brothers are at? He only started training recently, but how crazy would it be to see three brothers at World Strongest Man? Thanks, Stuart.
It would be absolutely insane to see the three of them. I'm one of those people, like, you've got to let Harry just develop. He's miles away from World's Strongest Man right now. Not, you know, hating on the kid at all, but who wants that pressure of...
Why do you hate Harry?
No, I'm going to get that now. But could you imagine the pressure on you? Like, you've got Luke and Tom
those two as your brothers,
and everyone's like, you're going to be the world's strongest man. Yeah. Let the guy enjoy it. Let him develop. Let him do some competitions.
Yeah.
Let's see what he's like in 2-3 years. Then we can talk about whether he can get to world's strongest man. But at the moment, he's still a novice.
Robert, thank you, Robert. My dream finish. Brian versus Tom in the final on the stones. Tom to beat Brian on the last stone, but Brian to win by lifting the last stone. Oh, man, you thought this through. Luke versus JF for third. That does sound like an exciting battle.
That would be very, very exciting.
All he has to do is lift it. It doesn't matter that Tom gets the glory of winning the stones, I guess, but Brian takes. That sounds quite epic, actually.
That does.
This sounds like a...
Let's see what happens over the next 2 days.
Definitely. Nighthawk, thank you, Nighthawk. No question, just a big thank you for the work you put in. Greetings from
Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching us. Like, what a waste of our time this would be if you guys weren't here. Scott,
we'd be talking about it ourselves.
We still would, just off camera. Scott, World's Strongest Man is full of surprises. What was the most surprising World's Strongest Man winner of all time?
Ooh. Most surprising winner of all time.
That feels like a loaded question. Janne Virtanen.
No, not for me. Ted van der Paar for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Janne, if you're here.
I think
Ted van der Paar. Fair enough. Yeah, when you think he was a bit behind the guys he was up against in that era, like your Garys and...
he certainly didn't have that gym strength, but he was very good at...
He was built for it, wasn't he? The man was a giant.
Yeah. When it came to like pulling
and the Husserl stone.
Yeah, things like that was great.
Oh, hold on.
Have you lost everything?
No, I can do this. No, I can't. Right, there we go. That was the surprising one.
Cool.
And now, Chris, thank you, Chris. What is your opinion on adding non-traditional training like MMA training for mobility and strongman?
I think if you enjoy training, train. Do what makes you happy. You know, I think if you're training for a certain big event, you need to keep your training quite specific.
Yeah.
But like myself now, I do lots of different types of training when I'm not training for comps, and you can take things from all different sports to help yours. So, you know, that's how we progress in different sports. Just finding little bits from something else that you can then adapt and put into yours. But yeah, MMA has got huge. And certain aspects of strongman are now used in MMA as well. So.
Mark, thank you, Mark. If Brian wins his 5th title, would you encourage him to stick it out for the 6th? And do you think he's capable? I think he would stick it out.
I think he's capable. He's got to win the 5th first. It's whether he's motivated to, and that's the hardest thing. You know, as you get older, that motivation does dwindle, and I think it's taken him a while to really. This is the first time I've seen Brian Shaw look hungry to win. So
for a little while.
Since he was you know, dominating, so it's going to be interesting. But he's got to win this year first before we even go into that discussion.
Chris, thank you. Do it. Read it.
USA. But
Scandalous.
Obviously, Scotland.
Also Scotland. Oh dear. S. Jansball. Hi, Liz and Loz. I've seen a video of Terry Hollands casually turning the turntable without much effort. Do you think it's too light, just a very fast-moving event? I saw that too.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we've got to see what it's like. Terry's an amazing truck puller, so let's kind of put that out there.
Yeah.
I've been to competitions before, like open level comps in the UK, where Terry and myself have been refereeing, and Terry's tested the truck pull.
Made it really easy.
And yeah, he's like, yeah, it's easy, and then no one can move it.
Yeah.
You know, he's one of the best truck pullers. If you look at his career, he's won the truck pull at World's Strongest Man a number of times. So
it'd be interesting.
It will be interesting to see the results. I think I'm not going to say anything until I see how quick people do it, who's winning.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't become a sprint, because then, you know, you're more likely to fall. It shouldn't be a sprint. Hopefully they'll get the balance.
The thing with the truck pull is it's always different.
Yeah.
I've done some truck pulls that are just brutal and others that are a sprint. And the surface makes more of a difference than the actual truck.
These things are designed to turn quite easily, though. So maybe they'll add some sort of resistance.
We'll see.
Yeah.
You say they're designed to turn easily. We haven't had a go ourselves. So.
Wow, no. Well,
Liz sits there on the chair, doesn't even do any lifting.
I've been reading things from trained people who know these things. Jory, thank you, Jory. Your World's Strongest Man info is awesome. Thank you so much. You rock. Rooting for both Luke and Tom. They've taken their mental game to the next level. It's not just about smashing weights, definitely. They both
every single, you know, there's no stone unturned right now with those two. No. They're focusing on absolutely everything. It's great to see. Just the level of improvement and the professionalism of athletes now.
Yeah, it's getting better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bronze Pad, thank you very much, Bronze Pad, for the lovely little animated sticker. Alpres Cat. If there was a World's Strongest Man, World's Strongest Eater, using the World's Strongest Man 2021 lineup as the participant, who was on the podium?
Oh, Brian Shaw and Tom Stoltman.
Yeah.
Number 1 and 2.
Who's number 3? I don't know enough about the eating habits of the others, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I'm not sure. Sorry, I was just checking to see if I'd seen any results coming through.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure about the rest of them, but those two can eat for sure.
Yeah. Also, more excited for the Shaw Classic this year. Yeah, the Shaw Classic.
Shaw Classic is going to be a great show. Actually, I was speaking to Hicksy earlier, and he said he's really looking forward to the show. You know, obviously injured for Worlds, but he's excited for that.
A few months for that. Ingolf, thank you, Ingolf. I believe Brian can make this year number 5. My ideal podium would be Brian, Tom, and Luke. Everyone seems that Luke can't make it because of deadlift, but bear in mind it's not a deadlift for max, but for reps.
He actually was very impressive on the deadlift in the heats as well. Him getting 6 reps on that deadlift. I didn't expect him to do that many. No. So he's definitely made improvements.
Magnus Magnusson. Is it the Magnus Magnusson?
I hope so.
Thanks for the show. Icelandic here, but still rooting for sure. I'm guessing not.
I'm guessing not, because Magnus should be refereeing right now.
Yeah, Magnus, get off.
Thank you, Magnus, for the...
Destiny, thank you for putting out all of this content. I don't know anyone who's into Strongman personally, so it's nice to see another woman as into it as me. Thank you.
Thank you, Destiny.
It's nice to see the women coming forward now as well. Like now it's not a complete.
It's great,
fest.
yeah. It's great. People message me and they say, "Oh, me and my partner love watching you guys."
Yeah.
Whereas
good.
I think when it was just me, they were like, "Yeah, the partner didn't
just,
want to watch."
Yeah, but we see more women in the comments all the time now, don't we?
It's awesome.
I think I'm very proud to give you guys.
I'm actually very glad that people have responded so well to you.
Yeah, me too. Jesus, it would be a nightmare otherwise, wouldn't it? Get that bitch up here. Face of the Stace. See, another woman. Loving getting up to a video each morning from Uncle Loz and Aunt Liz. Do you think the sport needs to do more to get more BME athletes involved? I don't know what a BME athlete is. What is it?
I guess a racial thing.
I don't know.
Well, explain.
What's a BME? I don't know what that means. Oh man.
We're really like out of touch with all kind of.
If Face of the Stace, just hold fire and we'll learn once people answer the question, what is BME? Then we can answer your question better. More BME athletes. Okay. Levi, thank you, Levi. Is the spicy top your new number 2 prediction instead of the original Shaw prediction?
No, I'm sticking with my predictions.
You just don't have a Brian Shaw top, do you?
I don't have a Brian Shaw top, but I'm Brian Shaw is going with my head. Yeah. This is about
your heart,
my heart, and who I want to win. Not that I don't want certain athletes, but obviously I'm good friends with the Stoltmans. They're British. You know, we've been up and stayed with them. We train together. That's my heart talking.
Yeah, friends.
But when I do my predictions, I go with, I try and really think about the events. I think about the form that people are in, and I go with my head. So that's, I'm still going with Brian to take the win, but do not count out, not just Tom, but a number of the other athletes. It's going to be an exciting contest.
Brandon, thank you, Brandon. Hello from Alabama, Loz and Liz. I have Brian for the win, but Bobby has some events that he could score big points on. Do you see him making the podium? We both put him in.
Bobby
on our
has
podium.
A great chance. He's really got some events he could potentially win. He seems to be improving the weaknesses all the time. I think Bobby's a real threat.
Yeah. I think with Bobby as well, he's just so hell-bent, he's a young man. He's only 28 years old. He doesn't look it, bless him. That's the strongman though. And beards, they're covering half your face, aren't they?
In my case, the double chin.
Yeah. Thank the Lord, Bobby? There we go. Right.
Did we do Brandon's?
Yeah, we just did him. Mr. Quindazi, thanks so much for your awesome strength content. Thoughts on head-to-head strongman events like sumo or mass wrestling? I don't like sumo. I quite like the mass wrestling. I don't particularly like them at World's Strongest Man because there's a high risk of injury. Yeah. But as separate events, I quite like them. I'd like to give mass wrestling a go. But they're things that need specific training. It's not good to just chuck 2 big guys into really man against man events that don't know what they're doing. That's when a lot of injuries, like 2 strong guys arm wrestling that don't know how to arm wrestle. That's very dangerous. Yeah, a recipe for disaster. Robert Smith, thank you, Robert Loz. A couple of days ago, you and Liz went through your top 10 teams for each of you. Why wasn't Phil Pfister on there? Keep up the great work. Top 10 teams. What video was that? God. I think just top 10 like strongmen. We'd have at a competition. Phil was a great strongman. I don't believe he was top 10 in the world, top 10 of all time, though. That's just my opinion. Very good strongman. He won World's Strongest Man once, but for me, there's been more than 10 guys that were better than Phil. I love Phil though. He's such a he's a great guy. He's a very charismatic guy, isn't he? Ellie Stick, thank you, Ellie. The deadlift should be for max, not for reps. It's the world's strongest man, not world's most enduring man. Your thoughts? If it was like 200 kilos, I'd agree with you. But 350 kilos for reps is a lot of strength is involved. And we do have the max log as well. I think it's good to have one of each. Yeah, otherwise you start getting towards kind of powerlifting. I think as long as it's heavy enough, a rep event is fine. If guys start getting 10 plus reps, it's too light. Yeah. You've got to get that weight right that maybe 1 or 2 guys will get 1, 2, 3 reps. A couple of guys get 4, 5, 6, and then maybe the winners are going to get 8 or 9. Knights of it fades off. Thank you for the amazing content. Thank you. Have you found out what BME means yet? Maybe Google it while I'm doing this. Michael, good morning, Uncle Loz and Aunt Liz from Canada. I love the content and your enthusiasm for World's Strongest Man and strongman in general. Thank you. And then Rick Mayo, happy belated anniversary. Thank you. Your relationship makes the channel. Rooting for Bobby, local Virginia man.
So
we're rooting for Bobby too.
That's what I was expecting.
What is it?
It's black Asian
and minority.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were talking about this the other day, weren't we? A lot of it is the fact that it's not
Where
that
the
popular in different areas.
I mean, obviously, there are a number of, I personally know a number of very good black athletes. Obviously, Mark Felix is the spearhead of that, but there's a number of awesome athletes. Ian Bibby is another great example.
Wilson.
An athlete that I coach, Andrea Thompson, former world's strongest woman, another amazing athlete. I think the Asian factor is just the sport is not very popular in those countries. And I would love to see strongman qualifiers all over the world so that we do start kind of going into those territories and bringing more variety.
Imagine the untapped potential all around the world just because strongman isn't that popular in different areas.
Strongman is popular in, Europe and America predominantly. That's where it's biggest. Obviously, World's Strongest Man was started in America.
Australia, South Africa.
It's not as popular though in those countries. It's starting to become more popular, but it's not where it needs to be. I think if you look at the winners of World's Strongest Man, you're looking at Scandinavia, Eastern Europe, UK, and America. They're the kind of regions. And if you look where most of the top competitions are, America, UK.
Yeah.
A couple of exceptions. But I think we're going to see more and more athletes from all over the world coming into the sport in the next few years.
Bear with me. Okay, here we go. So Michael, thank you, Michael. Hope you're both well. You mentioned on one of your live videos that there is a website that shows updates. I forgot the website. Can you remind me? Yeah, so that's strongmanarchives.com. And I'm going to pronounce his name correctly, but Elwa. Oh God, I've forgotten his surname, but I'll get it right later. He's also a moderator on the Strongman subreddit on Reddit, and he has a spreadsheet on there as well. He has like daily mega threads, but he's really helpful actually. He does a lot of the graphics for me.
He helps us a lot.
He does, and he's like a sort of history keeper of Strongman, isn't he? There's loads of really cool information.
If you guys haven't been onto the Strongman archives, make sure you go and check it out.
Have a look. It's really good. Don't crash it though. Michael, I would love to see JF for the win. Thanks, Michael.
I'd love to see that.
Win. Bless him. He'd still be updating videos via security camera, wouldn't he?
Oh, Magnus Magnussen's back.
I don't know. His name is Magnus Bear Magnussen. Mine is Magnus. What's that? Elder?
Yeah.
Ida? Magnussen, not relative. I just thought maybe he dropped the verb. He was being casual or something.
Thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you for clearing that up as well.
I'm sure you're just as cool. Daniel, Trey versus Maxime. Big love from NZ. 3:26 a.m. here. Oh, God.
Ooh.
It's more hardcore than us. Thanks, Daniel. Trey versus Maxime.
That's
a hard one.
Yeah, I think with these events, I've gone with Maxime being in the top 5, so I'm going to stick with that.
Maxime a little bit
better.
But
I wouldn't count out Trey. He's really a great strongman.
He really is. Raj, you guys make a handsome couple.
Thank you very much, Raj.
Auntie Liz is gorgeous. You make Auntie Liz blush. Thank you. Bless you. Right, where are we? I'm so lost. Oh, God.
Do you want me to check if any results have come through?
Yeah, you have a quick look while I just find. We hate to miss the super chat. So I'm so sorry for everyone else who's commenting and we're not addressing it, but they disappear and we try to prioritize them. Kim, love seeing you guys talking about these competitions like my husband and I do. Loz, after such a grueling qualifier, how do they recover in one day? Thanks, Kim.
They don't fully recover. They're going to try and make sure that they're getting enough food in. They'll sleep. Some of the guys will do some ice heat therapy, the ones that are into that. A lot of them have various different contraptions that they use to help with recovery.
And Terry's got like his blow up legs.
Yeah, a lot of the guys have those now. Like I've got a Compex that I use. It's like an electrical stimulant thing that you can put on different body parts to recover. There's also a World's Strongest Man, the physios and chiropractors and osteos.
They just do everything they can.
Everything they can to make sure they're as recovered as possible. But it's impossible to fully recover in that time frame. They're just trying to make sure they can do what they do. They won't want to expend any energy in that time, and they will do the best to be as fresh as possible.
Isn't Loz technically BME, as he's of Iranian descent? Technically, a little bit, half at least, aren't you? Half BME. There you go.
Yeah.
Scott, thank you, Scott. Felon Swindonian here. Thanks for everything you do. The Albatross for the win. There you go.
He's got a great chance.
Tom's got a lot of fans this year as well. Benny, thank you, Benny. I know you spoke on your choice of most surprising win, but was Magnus Ver Magnussen's first win not one of the most shocking of all time, considering the circumstances?
It was for a lot of people that weren't in the know, but Magnus had actually won a lot of strongman competitions outside of World's Strongest Man. The thing back then, there was no heats, so you just had normally one guy from each country, particularly from the European countries.
Yeah.
And there was a certain Jean-Paul Sigmarsson that always used to go to World's Strongest Man. But Magnus had beaten Jean-Paul in a few contests as well. So he was a very well-established strongman. He just hadn't competed at Worlds. And then when he got there, I don't think it was a huge surprise to the athletes, but to people
outside of that inner circle, it was a bit of a shock. Like, who's this guy? First time.
Yeah. Very similar to Novikov. I know Novikov's win last year wasn't his first Worlds.
No, but it's his first
final. But it was the first time people had really seen him. But the athletes have seen him for a long time. Well, not long, but like 3 or 4 years. He's been winning international. He's beaten the likes of Kiliashkovsky, Lissis, all those guys.
He's done very well in the Arnold's qualifiers, hasn't he? Uncle John's arm wrestling show. Thank you.
Hey, Uncle John.
Content. Will you guys be at the Arnold Classic in October? I'll be pulling a super match there at Neil Pickup's Arm Wars event.
Hopefully. I'm going to speak to Neil. Hopefully we can get up there. There's potentially a strongman show that's happening as well. We just need to see what's happening.
We're still arenas. In sort of limbo.
I was supposed to be doing an event in a couple of weeks, and unfortunately restrictions have pushed that back. So we're just waiting to see what the government do over here.
Levi, thanks, Levi. Do you know who's competing at UK Strongest Woman? So I had an invitation on Facebook today from Glenn Ross. He's doing UK Strongest Woman this year. So that's like a new thing that.
Okay.
Yeah, I had an invite. I'll show you.
I haven't seen this, so I'd need to look into it. Yet. That's something we'll probably bring some information to you guys once we know a lot more.
Mohammed, thank you, Mohammed. Thank you for the great content. So sad to see Alexi leave. I'm sad for Alexi.
It's it is sad.
He's a young man, isn't he? He just lost his dad about a month ago as well, so he's had a bit of a shit time.
But one thing I will say, if you're an Alexi fan, don't turn your back on him now.
Oh God, no.
He's a young man. He's still got a great future ahead of him. He could well be, he could well go down as one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
He's still only 25 years old. Most guys have not even competed at World's Strongest Man at that age. So he's got so much time ahead of him to come back. He'll regroup and he'll be back next year.
Definitely. Jordan, thank you, Jordan. Why has World's Strongest Man never come to the UK? We have a fan base and facilities to handle it. Would appreciate it considering what the UK fans give. Sorry.
Totally agree with you. I would love to see World's Strongest Man in the UK. Like I've said a few times, essentially it comes down to money. They usually want World's Strongest Man in exotic locations, and tourism boards get involved to help promote. Basically, when they put their TV shows on, they're using those as an opportunity to showcase the areas that they're in.
Yeah. And also, fans at Worlds kind of get in the way. Not intentionally, obviously. You guys just want to support. We all want to support them, but it's not really set up for fans. Anyone that's been to Worlds will know that. It's a barrier. Nothing. There's nothing really, is there? No. There's no facilities or anything. Yeah. Stephen, thank you, Stephen. Do you think Luke or Bobby have a chance to beat Big Z's log record? Also, do you want to see the log record beat Stockman top 2?
I think both these gentlemen have a chance of breaking the log record. I do not believe they will break it this week at World's Strongest Man.
Apparently, Luke reckons he's doing 2:30 in competition.
Well, I hope he proves me wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say it now. I reckon 2:10 wins the log.
It's like event 10 at this point for Luke. For Luke, event 9 for Bobby because he didn't do the stone. So it would be a big ask. It would be
a big ask to break the record during this contest. I think later on in the year, when they're doing it as part of a log lift world championships, first event in a competition, then perhaps we'll see the record go. But I don't believe we'll see it at World's Strongest Man.
How exciting would it be if we did that?
It'd be amazing, and
I'd love it to happen.
I'd love to be wrong. Yes, you proved me wrong, but. Like I said,
keep that clean so you can wear it tomorrow as well. Raj, thank you very much.
Thank you, Raj.
Tio, thank you, Tio. If Luke was already out of podium contention, do you think he would accidentally drop points on log to give Tom a points advantage over Brian? I don't think he would. I think I don't think he would. I've seen this question quite a few times. Will Luke?
I think Luke is going to give 100%
I
to do
think
the best
he
that
will.
he can do.
Yeah, and I don't think he'll stop at any point, even if he's doing badly. He's a competitor and an athlete.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's surely his own performance matters more to him than Tom's.
I think, at the end of the day, Luke doesn't have that many more chances at competing at this level.
Whereas Tom is younger.
Luke is still an incredible strongman. And we all talk about Tom being the one with the future, the chance of winning. But if I'm Luke, I'm going there with the attitude that I can win world's strongest man.
Yeah.
That's, as an athlete, you have to go there believing you've got a chance.
And watching his performance so far, I think that is very much his attitude.
He's looked amazing.
Yeah. Eshjan, where you gone? Eshjan, thank you. How do people get their nicknames? Do they make these up themselves or are they given to them? Speaking of which, what do you guys think is the best nickname?
Most guys, I think it's a mixture of people.
It's a mixture of the commentators, sort of almost giving them the nickname, which the athlete then adopts. Some athletes make up the nicknames themselves.
Like the albatross for Tom, I don't think he ever called himself that. I think it was just,
I don't know.
I think it was Glenn Ross actually that called him the albatross at first.
A lot of it's the promoters start using it and then it kind of sticks, doesn't it? Who do you think's got the best nickname? I like the Highland Oak.
Highland Oak is great. What other nicknames are there?
The Iron Outlaw.
Yeah.
I don't know. Off the top of obviously the Beast.
The Beast. Yeah. That's been branded well.
Yeah.
It's
Mark Felix the Miracle Man.
That's come from nowhere. I like that they still call
Gav Bilton the sausage. Oh dear. I
like it when they have like really young, like if any of you guys are into arm wrestling, there's a guy called Schoolboy. What are we going to call him in like 10 years' time?
He's like graying and stuff. Stuart, thank you, Stuart. World's Strongest Man Twitter. Bish looks very happy with his performance.
That is a good event for Bish, especially with the lighter frame. So
check my Instagram. I might have results in my messages. There we go. Sylvester. Do you all think that some of these events these past years are leaning towards world's fastest man instead of world's strongest man? Big love from Texas. If you look back while you're distracted, I think if you look back at older strongman, it was much lighter and much more about, it wasn't so static, was it? There was a lot more variety in the events. There was weird things like wrist rolling and wrestling and stuff like that. I think
tire tossing and
tire tossing. I think for a time when it was like Sojourner Bryan and especially Eddie, it became more static, but it's sort of moved away from that and gone back to.
If you look at the early 90s, it was ridiculously light, to be quite honest. As the 2000s came in, it started getting heavier and heavier. The Arnolds, when that was 2002, the Arnolds kind of started taking place. That made World's Strongest Man have to push their weights up.
Yeah.
And the last few, the weights at World's Strongest Man do fluctuate.
Yeah.
Sometimes one year they're a bit heavier, one year they're a bit lighter, but they have, in general, it's kind of like being a graph that's kind of like got heavier and heavier and goes up and down a little.
Yeah, it's not linear, is it? But it does.
Yeah, it's not linear, but it definitely has got heavier.
Yeah.
World's Strongest Man, if you look back in the past, they did farmers walks with like 70 kilos.
Yeah,
they did stones up to 140
You've got
kilos.
Women smashing that.
They did yokes with 320 kilos. It's progressed a lot.
Isabel, thank you, Isabel. Doing my first full powerlifting meet next month. Best advice as a strength athlete?
First contest, go there and enjoy it. Make sure you give yourself targets you're aiming for. Be sensible with your opening lifts in powerlifting. Sometimes people try and push too hard. You've got to think there's going to be nerves.
Yeah.
So you're better off just underplaying that first lift just to get the nerves settled, get yourself used to being on the platform.
Don't worry about what other people are doing.
Definitely don't worry about what other people are doing. And most importantly, enjoy it.
Okay. Sean, thank you, Sean. Hi, guys. I love the channel. Potential for a pro comp held during a CrossFit meet. Alternating events for time and both sports gaining fans.
I think the Rogue Classic is a little similar to that.
It's the Rogue Invitational.
Yeah, but sorry, the Rogue Invitational, they've got CrossFit going on, they've got Strongman going on.
So hopefully that will have that sort of intention. It will bring fans from each sport over to the other. Oh, Magnus is back. Thank you, Magnus. Novikov did not make the finals this year. Should not last year. Champion get free pass into the finals. What's your thoughts on
last year's champion gets invited back to World's Strongest Man, which I agree with. But I don't think they should get an invite straight to the final. I think everyone should have to go through.
It's such a huge disadvantage to everyone else, isn't it? It's like, how would you get rid of them? How would you get a new champion? It would be really difficult.
You need the current best guy winning. I mean,
I don't think
like
the head seed should be a bit better protected in the group stage. Some
He
people would disagree with me.
He definitely had the hardest group.
He did. He had by far the hardest group.
And look, all the groups were tough, but that group 5 was
insane.
Just crazy.
Insane. Tom, thank you, Tom. Luke or Bobby in the max log, what happens in the tie? Is the weight increase to failure? They'll split points.
They'll split points. So if they both say do 220, then what they do if they're first, they add first and second points together.
Yeah.
So 10
and then divide it by 2 people.
Yeah. So they'll get 9.5 points each.
Yeah. Who do you reckon will get it though? Didn't answer the question.
I think Luke.
You think Luke?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Bobby then, just to be different to you.
Naturally.
Okay,
right,
I've done those ones. Cool. David, thank you very much, David. Raj, nice to see Liz blush. How do I watch World's Strongest Man live?
You don't.
You don't. You can watch a spreadsheet live, which is surprisingly thrilling,
or you can kind of talk to us.
Yeah, we'll watch it for you and then tell you what happened.
The only way to watch it live is to be there.
Yeah,
you can get there. You can watch it live that way, but there's no other way to watch World's Strongest Man live. Which
is why we have these really weird videos where
which is stupid.
Yes.
But there
you go. We'd miss this. We'd miss refreshing spreadsheets as much as we love to see it live. Joey Joe, thank you. One of my favourite moments in Strongman is you winning Europe's Strongest Man.
Thank you so much, Joey.
Our favourite moment too.
Yeah, definitely up there with one of my favourites for sure.
Stuart, thank you, Stuart.
Spreadsheet results
coming in. Get on the spreadsheet. Right, you'll have to look after this. Get your fingers on there. Come on.
Liz is on it.
I'm on it. Here we go. We've got unofficial spreadsheet. Gives my fingers a bit of a...
Right.
Oh, here we go. Giants medley then.
Giants medley results. Liz, talk to us.
So I've only got results for 4 people so far, but out of those 4, we've got Adam Bishop, who did it in 22 seconds. Bobby Thompson in 25 seconds. Very good for him. Maxime Boudreau, I don't know how to say his name, in 31 seconds.
Okay, that's surprising.
And Trey Mitchell in 45 seconds.
Wow, so Adam's time is blistering.
Blistering fast. He's twice as fast as Trey.
Wow.
Oh, man. Right. Refresh finger is out. It's fired up. Oh, man. That's exciting. Dan, thank you, Dan. Everyone talks about how they don't like the heats. What other format do you think would be more suitable for World's Strongest Man? Perhaps a second qualifier contest?
I think the best way to do it would be have qualifiers all over the world, and then you invite the best, however many athletes, to compete against each other. Like, I don't care about the number. It doesn't, it can be 8, it can be 10, it can be 15, 20. I don't care how many you have, but everyone goes against everyone over more events. So. Yeah. If you look at the heats, they're going over 12 events anyway.
Yeah.
Let's do 10 events that everyone competes against each other.
Yeah.
That gives guys that are good at different events a chance to shine. And there's none of this, biased of having people in different groups or certain people doing different events.
Yeah.
I think it's fairer on everyone.
Bronco Chopped, I'm all over it, mate. So I'm still only seeing 4 people through. There we go. Notifications going crazy there. Big thanks to
Gary Dunn, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you. I'm 31 and 5'4" and inspired to try and compete in under 80 kilo strongman event in a year or 2.
Awesome. Do it, Gary. It's a brilliant sport, very supportive, and the different weight classes now make it so much more accessible to so many more people.
Even I could do it if I had the inclination. I'd be terrible at that.
So that really shows how the change of implements has helped Adam, because Adam struggled with the frame in the heats.
Yeah, so this is clearly...
And I expect Adam to do well in the frame. So a slightly lighter frame. I mean...
Bobby Thompson, 25 seconds, only 3 seconds slower than... I tell you what, Bobby's going to do good things. I messaged him yesterday. I was like, go on, Bobby. He's such a nice guy, bless him. Oh,
someone asking what ethnicity I am. My father was from Iran, so Persian.
Yeah.
And then I've got a mother from Newcastle, so half Iranian, half Geordie.
But you're born in Cheltenham.
Yeah.
Eric, has Shaw asked you to be the host for the Classic yet?
He might have. But we're
not supposed to say.
Yeah. We've still got to get... At the moment, I can't get to the States.
Yeah.
Which is the issue. Hopefully...
It's kind of reliant on the...
It's to do with the COVID situation. Hopefully... our countries kind of get on and we can sort out some kind of corridor, and I can get over there.
KP. Thank you, KP. We all want Auntie Liz as UK's strongest woman. Never going to happen. I don't have the genetics for it.
You don't have the drive for it.
All that. I don't care about being strong. I don't need to be strong. I've got him. Why do you think I married him? My furniture moving around. Right, let's have a look and see. Oh, nothing else is through yet.
Nothing else. This is the worst bit. Waiting for results.
Up already.
Who's going to take? Can anyone beat Adam's time? Do you reckon?
I don't know.
That's a fast.
Who's
time.
left to go? JF. I think it is.
I don't think JF beats it.
Tom and Luke, Brian, Constantine.
Constantine's good. Constantine in shape is good. Let's see what he can do.
Let's see what he can do.
Yeah.
David, you two are great. Thank you. Very inspiring. Old powerlifter in my 50s. Multiple injury surgeries. Took many years off. Wanting to compete again. How do I find strongmen to learn from in my area?
There's a website called Starting Strongman, which is worth checking out. They have a lot of information and will be able to point you in the right direction of gyms that will have strongman kit. There's so many more gyms now all over the world that cater for strongman. So I would check out Starting Strongman. That's a great place to go for anyone.
So many strongman coaches as well now, isn't there?
Yeah.
A good place to look as well is the Strongman subreddit on Reddit. There was a thread not that long ago, people recommending their own strongman coaches. So lots of people out there now to learn from. Like when you first started, no one had a clue.
Yeah, I mean, I do strongman coaching. I'm currently not taking on any new clients right now. That's why I don't.
Don't talk about it.
But it's something I do, and my website will have some more information coming out for coaching for kind of more for beginners and intermediate levels coming up soon. But for now I'd look at Reddit and Starting Strongman.
Tarek, thank you guys for bringing us all the results. When are we going to see you compete again, and where will we be able to see the World Strongest Man 2021 and when? So if you are in America, you will see it. I think it's the 3rd of July.
It's quite soon.
Yeah, it's only about 2.5 weeks, and that's on CBS. The rest of the world, it starts airing on the 26th of December.
Ridiculous.
Honestly, outrageous. I mean, we get a slightly better production than the American version, I feel. Yeah, we do. I've seen both, and there's a lot more ads in the American one. It's a lot more edited down. But it's not worth waiting 6 more months for. It's not that much bloody better. So yeah, unfortunately, we've got a long old wait.
I love how much support on here. I can see so many people who are supporting the Stoltmans.
Where's the spreadsheet? Go on to strongmanarchives.com. You'll see a version of the spreadsheet there.
Yeah.
Or go on to the Strongman subreddit and go on to the World Strongest Man Day 1 final mega thread. I just signed up. Oh, yeah, it's that one we want. Thank you, Tom. I just signed up for my first comp. It's a 50+ group. Uncle Loz got me using Cerberus straps, and Luke Fulbrook has my nutrition.
Excellent.
You love your Cerberus kit, don't you? I know you're sponsored by them, but it's actually really great stuff, isn't it? Still just those 4 results. Oh, no, hold on. There's something else.
Something's coming.
Constantine Janasha, 20 seconds.
Ooh.
Faster than Adam.
I said Constantine could be good.
Oh, this is getting exciting.
I wasn't sure what kind of shape Constantine
would come in.
Obviously, coming back from injury. It's been hard to tell looking at the group because
I thought did not finish.
Okay.
Oh, so we're waiting on a distance for him. Obviously, it's going to be hard for people to get that. Oh man.
Wow.
Ooh, okay. Are you entertained, people? Knights of something. Would you coach
Knights
other
of
sports?
NI1. Would I coach other sports? I used to coach other sports. I actually came from my martial arts background originally, and then rugby, and then I was a table tennis coach.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny, going from table tennis to strongman. But yeah, I even now I do coach athletes in different sports. I kind of take care of their strength and conditioning.
So you coach functional strength for like rugby players and stuff like that,
fighters, etc.
Yeah. But yeah, you can't coach them in the
I wouldn't be
sport,
teaching you the skills of how to do sport, but if you want to get stronger, then yes.
Roman, thank you, Roman. Greetings from Russia. Thanks a lot for all you do for Strongman. YouTube expansion. If that does it, yeah. You said that you didn't like the front hole being the deciding event. Which event would you choose to be your last?
I don't mind which event it is, as long as it's a challenging event and a visually pleasing event.
I would go on count back. I wouldn't have one event be the tie break.
Yeah, I would rather see the whole contest decide something rather than one event.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not a huge fan of the stone off. And then I'm not a huge fan of just the last event. You know, if people tie, but say someone won 3 events, that guy that won 3 events might not go through because he got beat on 1 event. I don't think that's fair. It doesn't show who's the best all round.
No.
So I'd rather see.
I hate to see bias towards one event in any competition, in any format.
You know, if it was just, even in powerlifting, you know, the best powerlifter is the best person at doing all 3 lifts, not the best bench presser. So you can't just win a competition just because of the bench press. Just based on
the bench press, because they sort of tied for numbers.
Yeah.
It would be the same, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
So can anyone beat Janasha? 20 seconds. Who have we got left to go?
I'm still waiting on JF, Brian, Luke and Tom.
Ooh,
oh,
big
man.
names to go.
This is getting exciting. How do I find the spreadsheet? Go to either strongmanarchives.com. There's an online version of it there where it will automatically update. But if you like hitting F5, then go to the Reddit, go to R Strongman, and there's the World's Strongest Man final mega thread. Go into there. There's a link to the spreadsheet in there. I prefer the spreadsheet because...
Is it going to be Tom versus Luke head-to-head in the last of...
Oh, I don't know. It could be. No, surely they wouldn't do that. Surely they'll have...
It would be funny if they did.
Brian versus Tom and Luke versus JF.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. I don't know, though. The world's a bastard sometimes. Who knows?
It would make good TV. It would.
I don't think
the medley implements...
YouTube will let you put links in the comments. It blocks links.
Someone asked the medley implements. The medley implements...
Our said... Tom versus Luke coming up. Ooh, oh my God.
The implements for the, I told you they do it.
Yeah.
Are a super yoke. I believe it's about 450 kilos into a frame carry, which is 350 kilos.
There you go.
Around 10 meters each, is it? Something like that?
Something like that. Hawkeye, thank you, Hawkeye. I'm imagining Loz hitting the ball so hard there's a hole in the racket. Side note, growing a beard was a good choice because damn, it looks good.
Thank you very much.
The beard does.
And like I said, it kind of, when I'm bigger like this, it covers the
double chin,
chubbier face.
You have to go through a weird, uncomfortable stage, don't you? Yeah. But once you get past that, it's.
I can't believe they're putting Tom against Luke in this. That is hilarious.
I can. They're absolute bastards, aren't they? Bronco chopped. Yeah, JF versus Shaw.
Who wins out of JF versus Shaw?
Oh man, that's going to be, it's hard to say. Oh,
the thing is,
getting exciting now.
Like Brian finishes, definitely. It's how quick does he finish?
Yeah.
This is getting exciting because this could really show us.
This could be the make or break. This could be like it will set the foundation of how the whole thing's going to go. Oh man, I'm so nervous.
Crazy.
Erica, hoping that the COVID situation gets solved and we can get to see you both at the Shaw Classic. We'll buy you dinner.
Thank you so much, Erica.
I will be there purely as a spectator.
We really want to get over to the States.
Desperate to travel.
Yeah.
Desperate. Steffi, thank you, Steffi. Hi, Loz and Liz. I'm going for a Scottish record later in the year. Do you have any tips for not buggering it up on the day?
Well, firstly, best of luck with the record. I hope you absolutely smash it. And, you know, make sure you prep well. Make sure you you build that confidence building up to it. Eat right, focus on your recovery, and enjoy it. You know, at the end of the day, even if you don't get it, you can come back and smash it. There's always, you know, second chances and third chances. Just don't ever give up. That's how I managed to win some incredible comps. I failed many, many times, and I didn't let it stop me. I kept coming back, and, you know, I managed to win a number of incredible comps, break records, and have an amazing career in Strongman. But best of luck for it.
3,264 people. All these watching me update a spreadsheet. It's crazy, isn't it? The things we have to do in Strongman.
Someone said, how is the start order decided? That is down to the discretion of the organisers.
Yeah.
So the TV production company can do what they like with it.
And they do also. So in a normal competition, whoever places last will go up first on an event. But at World's Strongest Man, they like to mess with you a little bit. So if it's, say, like a deadlift for reps, they won't necessarily go in the running order that it should be in. They might put the best deadlifters first so that they're not just doing one more than whatever second place is. They make them go all out. They're buggers like that.
Someone said 3,000 people are watching. 3,388. That is incredible.
It is incredible.
But we've only had 939 likes.
Oh, that's shocking. Please.
Come on, guys. Get on there and like the button and give us a subscribe.
Like the button. like Uncle Loz's button. You're so gross.
If that's not worth liking for, I don't know what is.
Mr. Hamadans, greetings from Winnipeg. In Canada. No, I'm glitching because I'm waiting for these results to come through. You know how excited I get. Oh,
thank you guys. Look, they have liked it as well. Look at that support.
Well
Thank
done.
you so
Thank
much.
you guys.
You like my button. I appreciate it very, very much. It makes me feel much better.
At least someone does. Brian, why is there a cry face next to Brian? What's happened?
What's happened?
Nothing.
Refresh.
I'd love to see Tom, Loz and Shaw on the podium.
Tom Luke.
Yeah, sorry, I'm getting carried away. Thank you for being
Dan.
live right now. You're both awesome. Thank you. Hold on, I'm refreshing.
She's refreshing. We're getting this.
Nothing. Nothing. I was very good though.
We love your button.
We love your button. I was very good. He doesn't put anything in until he's absolutely certain. So he's never going back in and changing things. Once it's in, it's correct. So we know we're getting good, reliable information, even if it means we have to wait a few minutes longer, which obviously I cannot stand.
This is
results in. Brian threw the yoke to the finish line and did the frame in 5 seconds. All right, come on now, guys. Let's behave, because I'll believe anything at this point. I like Uncle Loz's button. Brian is 0.5 seconds for the win.
Right in 1 second. There we go.
Strongest spreadsheet refresh.
I think we'll wait for the official results to come in.
Sore thumb, poor Auntie Liz. Which bit for?
You guys.
It always takes a bad turn, doesn't it? Always gets a bit gross. It has to. It's not alive if we don't get really inappropriate. Stuart, thank you, Stuart. I just like Loz's button, and now I think I need therapy. Think how I must feel. I live with his button. Oh man, I cannot.
Any results coming through before anyone keeps talking about my
yet.
button?
Yeah, let's get off.
I'm not sure I can cope with this anymore.
1,750 people like it though, so that's good.
Better. Thank you guys.
Oh man.
So two more heats.
Yeah, so we're waiting on Luke versus Tom and
so
JF
far
versus
we've
Brian.
got Janasha in the lead.
20 seconds.
Adam in second place
with 22 seconds. Bobby Thompson in third with 25. Maxime with 31, Trey with 45, and Ithor did not finish. So, yeah, it's a 440 kilo yoke, only for 10 meters.
Well, yeah, 10 meters and 10 meters.
10 and 15, apparently.
10 and 15,
yeah,
okay.
350 kilo frame for 15 meters. Oh, man, it's getting spicy now, isn't it? I can't breathe.
We need to see these results.
Here we go. Antonio, thank you, Antonio. Love the channel and how Liz brings the best out of Loz. She's hilarious. When will we see bearded Liz? So for anyone who doesn't understand that reference, obviously Loz did the whole Talking Strongman series. He's been doing it for the last year. And everyone was like, oh, we need to Talking Strongman with Loz. Like, you need to get someone to do it. And what I thought would be a really fun idea was if I interviewed him, but we just like one day put up Talking Strongman with Laurence Shahlaei, and I would be there with a beard and like a bowl cap. And we wouldn't even reference the fact that I'm not Loz. I just act and talk exactly like him and interview him in the same style. But
so yeah, if you want to see that,
I've been too chicken to do it because, you know, for the people that follow our channel closely, they'll know exactly what's going on and they probably find it funny. But for anyone who just lands on our channel, that's the first video of ours they ever see. They'll be like, what is this freak show? And I'm not sure I could cope with the mean comments.
Apparently I'm one sexy beast and I bet Liz loves cuddling me. Do you like cuddling me?
Yeah, he's a very good cuddler, to be fair. But not so much in the summer. In the summer, I'm like, oh, get off me, because you run very hot.
Cooled down a bit in the UK the last couple of days.
Do it. People do want to see this. I might do this as a special subscriber only. I don't know if there's a way to control how many people can see it.
Special.
I'll make a private group thing.
Tom in 18 seconds, I'm hearing.
Oh, man.
Jesus.
Oh, Tom in 18.7 seconds. Oh, who did he go against? Where's Luke? Oh, Luke's in third. 20.72 seconds. Oh, come on now, Brian. Oh, man, this is getting exciting. Look, everyone's going crazy.
What a performance from Tom.
Oh, here we go. Martin, thank you, Martin. Thanks for all the hard work you guys put in. Really helps bring Strongman into the mainstream. Would you guys ever consider running your own comps similar to what Brian's done?
Yeah, definitely. Something we might be able to look into. Essentially, if the channel gets big enough and we can kind of fund it, then what we would want is a comp that the athletes enjoy and the fans enjoy. That's all we care about.
Fan and athlete centric. It wouldn't be for TV or anything. So we could really focus on doing those things very well, couldn't we? Oh,
wow,
man.
what a time.
Bearded Liz video with 100,000 subs.
Let's do it.
All right, then.
If we get the subs up to 100,000, we get a Bearded Liz.
So if you're not already subbed, but you're somehow here, please consider
Go and subscribe to the channel.
Because I have a glorious beard in the kitchen drawer waiting to be worn.
I need to see this.
To be fair, I haven't even tried it on.
Jeez, that is a fast time.
It is really fast. Oh, come on. So we're just waiting on Brian versus JF.
Who wins?
Brian needs a good performance here. Oh, come on.
18 seconds. That is
18
rapid.
seconds for Tom.
Tom's progressing so quickly.
We all knew the potential was there, didn't we? Oh,
yeah.
Go back up. Please do that talking strongman, please. I will. I
you.
promise I will. With 100,000 subscribers, it's happening. It will be our celebratory episode, if you like. I think it's quite fitting, actually. I think I can act like you really well, though. I'm going to be the most annoying version of you.
She will be a pain in the ass.
I will. You're going to hate it, but it's going to be good.
You will ask the most annoying questions.
Yes, toward that event. Thank you, Dan. Dan's contributing to the event.
Thank you very much, Dan.
I think we do everything we could to make sure we could stream it for free as well.
Oh,
we can use our YouTube channel for that. So
let's get the YouTube channel bigger, and we will just stream it for free on there.
Something like that would help the channel grow anyway, wouldn't it? Please, Brian. Oh man, we're all desperate now. Desperate for these results.
Thank you for people saying they're just subbing as well. Thank you so much for supporting us. To the people that have been with us from day one, to all the new subscribers.
We've gone through all of our weird stages of video quality.
It's improved. We're getting there. Yeah.
Dijon, how good would it be to see Luke making the podium, especially the effort puts in support Tom? He deserves it.
It would be amazing.
If I could choose a winner, I would choose Luke Strongman. I think he's an amazing winner, and I don't think he will win, but I would love for him to win. I'd
be over the moon if he won.
Oh, come on, man. Just two more.
One more to go.
One more round to go. Oh, which environment's hardest for contests, hot or cold? Thank you.
I find cold harder. I prefer being in the hot. You know, as long as you just focus on staying hydrated and you get out of the sun, it's fine. But the cold is just much higher risk of injuries. It's
less comfortable, isn't it? It's just horrible because you have
both. It's nice to be in ideal conditions, obviously. And the temperature these guys competing in, it is tough. But I would choose hot over cold.
Dan, thank you, Dan. I think the best thing they could have done was put Luke and Tom against each other. They push each other more than anyone. Yeah, it's a good point.
I'll tell you what. Both of them have really improved their frame carries.
Yeah, they really have.
If you go back even a year and a half, 2 years ago, Britain's Strongest Man, both of them really struggled on the frame.
Since they got their new warehouse.
Yeah.
They got their events warehouse now.
And I think Andrew. A lot of the psychological work they've been doing seems to help.
Say thank you to Andrew.
Thank you very much, Andrew.
Carry on.
I was just saying, you know, with especially more with Tom, a lot of it was...
It's mental.
Yeah, he's so physically gifted.
Yeah.
That just sometimes you see certain performances from him, you're just scratching your head thinking, why weren't you good at that?
Yeah.
Because you're so gifted, but he seems to have put it all together. I'm excited for this. Let's see what Brian Shaw can do.
What does that say? Swearshoe? You missed my previous question. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sometimes they just flick up and I lose track. Which strongman from the past would you like to see competing today in their prime? Also, Mark Felix, World Strongest Man, #1, 2040.
It's going to happen. Yeah. Mark Felix is going to be the World's Strongest Man.
I've seen a few comments he's going to be competing
Who would
against
you like to see
Pritchett.
From the past?
What?
I'd love to see
John Paul Sigmarsson.
Oh, that would be cool to see John Paul and Kaz. I think John Paul and Kaz competing against the modern athletes would be really cool.
Magnus Fair.
Magnus. I really liked Vasil Varastyuk. He was just intense.
Really
cool.
intense. Yeah,
had a shorter career, but an incredible strongman. But yeah, I think John Paul and Kaz.
Yeah. Rich, thank you, Rich. I want to tickle beards with you, Loz. Also, I think Trey is finishing top 5 this year. My prediction. How did Trey do on event 1?
He did all right, I think.
Or actually, no, he's only one place above Ithor right now, who didn't finish.
Okay.
Oh God, where we go? Spencer, anyone upset that they can't watch it live should be here. I feel like I'm in the living room with a Strongman family. Love the positivity. That's why we do it. That's why we love it. It's like a watch party, but we call it a wait party, don't we? Because we can't watch it. We just wait for results.
I know.
Or still waiting on that last round.
Apparently Brian's time's in. I don't know if that's true
Brian,
or not. We'll wait to before we kind of give any information out.
Yeah, it's not on here yet.
But if that is Brian's
spreadsheet is king though. Once it's on here, come on, Brian. I mean, if 36 is correct, that will put him in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th place.
Let's wait and see. Let's
wait and see.
We don't
Not knowing JF's. Brian's 17. Can you imagine that?
I'm waiting till I know for sure.
Yeah.
If Brian came in at 17, that would be incredible.
That would be insane.
I do not expect Brian to win this event. He needs to do damage control on this event. This is the event that Brian needs to, not drop too many points.
But the thing is, Brian is so fast. He just needs to move from one implement to the other quicker, doesn't he? Because once he's under it, he's good.
Yeah.
My Strongman community, love y'all. We love you all too.
We love this community. Just you guys bring so much positivity, so much support to us. It's, look, there we go. We've got 2,000 likes on there now. That's
thank you guys. Loz's button. He will be pleased. It's intense. It is intense.
What are we waiting for? Give us the results.
JF and Brian, come on. Someone's saying Brian 17.3. Brian is not fast, Liz. He used to be. He used to be very fast.
He did.
But he loses a lot of time on transitions. Will you guys be live for both days of the final? No, we're just doing a live today, aren't we? We'll do a live after
We're going to do
final.
like a party after the final.
Yeah. Which is us sitting here talking to you guys. We never were party people. But no, it's tricky. Like, we've had to have Loz's mum take the kids out so we could do this today.
Otherwise, Alexa will be joining us.
Oh, yeah.
And I apologise if I've just set off a load of Amazon
thingies. Family channel hi from John and Jenny, 2 nurses from America.
Hi,
awesome.
guys.
Thank you.
Man, we need to get to the States. So much support from America. It's just amazing.
Imagine walking down a street in the States and someone spotting you. You're like, what? It'd be so weird.
I don't think you have to worry about that.
Oh, not me, you. The car. I see Tom beating Brian on keg toss. Possible.
They're both going to be incredible at keg toss, I think.
Oh,
both so tall, both explosive, both have proven that they can throw.
How long did that beard take to grow? A week?
It's kind of, I kind of had it short for a while.
Yeah.
And then I just sort of, I always get it trimmed. So
yeah.
It would probably be down kind of here if I just let it grow.
It would.
But I've got a guy that keeps me in check. And
I reckon you could go from clean shaven to a beard like that in 6 to 9 months. So your hair grows quick.
I think less than that.
Yeah, maybe 3 months. Sickening. Rachel, thank you. Could words have made it any easier for sure or any harder for Novikov?
They could have made it easier for sure if they want.
Why can't events be drawn randomly with categories?
I don't think, people often say, oh, this year's favouring, or they've made it favour such and such. I don't believe that. They do change the events each year, but it's definitely obvious that Novikov was in a tough group, and the events last year were better for Novikov. But the events change each year,
Yeah.
Maybe this is me being naive, but I like to think that's not the case.
You're a sweet son of a child. God bless you.
Although the year that I had 2 of my best events in the final,
you're still bitter
I'm still bitter about it because I got to World's Strongest Man and they changed them.
There you go. Imagine how bitter you'd be feeling if you were in Novikov's position right now. Can you imagine? Fine. Someone's knocking on the damn door.